Hey, good morning, everybody. It is 8:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to get this video out before the market opens, so here it is. So a couple things to look at for today. I'm going to be watching smaller cap stocks that have a higher short interest for this week, and I'll probably be taking a little more focus off Bitcoin for today and watching it more tomorrow through Thursday. So, short interest, I'm going to talk about that. So I've been paying attention to a few smaller caps such as Shift and Camber Energy, and these are two stocks that have basically been momentum stocks. Or Camber was a momentum stock, Shift was, and now it's basically a stock that's just been beaten to the ground. So it started out IPO around $10, and what an IPO is, it's when a company takes itself public through another company. So they basically say, hey, I want to go on the stock market, and this company goes, all right, we're going to put you there. People are going to buy our stock to fund you, and that's what's going to happen. So this company IPO'd, they went to $15, and now they're sitting at $3, which is a pretty drastic change. So I think that they're due for a run. If we look at based on their other drops, this was a major drop, and then we're in back up to 15, major drop from 10 to 6, and then now we're having a major drop from 6 to 3. So this just makes sense mathematically to me, so I think I'll be jumping in on this probably some point. Any moves that I make are not financial advice to you guys, just so you know. It's all my portfolio, all my losses, anything I want to lose or gain, I can do. So I'm going to go look at the short interest of that stock now. Now, what short interest is it's when someone buys, well, someone thinks that the company's overvalued. So they buy, let's say they bought 100 shares of Shift. So they bought $300 worth. Let's say it's just flat at $3. So they buy 300 shares of Shift, $3 each, and they're betting that in the future, those shares are going to be worth less. So they're betting that, let's say, a month down the road, those shares are only worth $1.50 now. So now they can buy those 300 shares back that they sold and rented out for $300, and now they can buy them back for only $150. They sell them back to the brokerage for $150, and they get to pocket that $150 difference. So that's how shorting works, and it's kind of a shady thing, I think, but institutions use it, so you know what, you gotta play with it, not against it, right? So the short interest for Shift is at 21% out of the dark pool. So that means that on the open market, 21% of shares have been shorted. Now, the dark pool volume is 32%-ish. So that means that, so I'm going to explain dark pool. So dark pool is when a brokerage or an institution basically says, hey, I would like to buy 500,000 shares of this. And, well, the company and the stock exchange, if you were trading the normal NASDAQ, are obviously going to say, well, you're going to jack up the price if you're trying to buy 500,000 shares in this exact minute. So what the brokerage does is, or brokerage, hedge fund, whatever you want to call it, they take their money and they go buy those shares, but they do it basically through like over the phone or through paper. So this isn't a transaction that's going through the web and the NASDAQ or any stock exchange. So they get to buy all those shares for a set price without interrupting the market. But this means that we have to take into account what is shorted, and basically what we don't see on the market still counts for real shorts. So 32% of this stock is shorted. That means 1/3 of this stock has been sold already or has been bought already in anticipation that people are going to sell it for lower. So if these people are forced to cover their shorts, which is let's say their short expires tomorrow, that means that they have to pay the price of whatever the stock is tomorrow. So if people start buying the stock today, push it up to $4, and then they push it up to $5, the higher the price goes, the more these shorts are going to have to pay to cover their position. So basically, in pushing the price up, you push these shorts to buy more, which makes the price go up more, which creates this, what is called a short squeeze. Now, I don't think we're going to see anything like AMC or GameStop where it ran up to like, let's see, I'm going to go look at GameStop, GME. This thing was the definition of short interest. Oh my goodness, I remember watching this. So it went from like $4, it traded sideways for years, and then it started running, and just rocketed all the way up to $500. Now this is because the short funds and the hedgies had all gone, all right, this stock's gonna go to zero. So let's say it was at $10. They bought 1 million shares at $10, and they were expecting to sell those million shares for $5. They didn't get to sell them for $5, as you can see. It started going up. They had to buy shares to cover their position, and it created this tumble effect that basically carried the stock price up into the moon. So we're looking to find that on Shift. I think that it would be pretty incredible if we did, but it's very possible as well. And then another one that I'm gonna take a look at is Camber. No, I don't want to go back on a Shift. Camber. This is another shorted one, and this one's a momentum mover as well. So this one ran up to $5. It was 0.3 cents. I actually rode this one. I was able to make a little bit of profit off it when it was running in October. Yeah, in October, I think. So as you can see, this one's been beat from $4 to 0.8 cents, and the reason why I'm paying attention to it so heavily is because it's up 20% in the pre-market today, which means that there's probably a lot of trader interest in it. So we're going to go over to Fintel, and we're going to go CI. No, I want short interest. Short interest. Camber Energy. Fintel, here we go. Oh, okay, so it's short interest. Oh, okay, wow, this is really interesting. So its short interest on the normal market is only 10%, so only 1/10 of its shares have been bought in anticipation that they're going to be sold for a lower price. Now, what's really fascinating about this is 49% have been sold in the dark pool. So that means that half of Camber's shares are already sold. Wow. So I'm going to be paying heavy attention to Camber. So if 50%, and they only have 0.8 days to cover, so Camber will probably be making a very big run today. I think Camber is going to be making a run today. I'm going to be watching Camber very closely today, and yeah, I think I'm going to trade that. Not financial advice. That's cool. That's really interesting. Alright, so now we can see why Camber is up 20% in pre-hours, because 50% of the stock is not even available to buy or sell in the market right now. So, wow. So I'm going to be watching Camber and Shift very heavily today. I'm probably going to take my focus off Bitcoin. We're just going to take a look at it now. I would like to see... Oh, this is nice. The 15-minute finally broke. Okay. So we're having a nice run. We might carry this run. I'd like to say that I bought HUD 8. I'm all over the place in this video. I do apologize. So I'd like to say that I bought HUD 8 on Friday. I had sold out at $11.22 Canadian, and I bought back in at $10.95 on Friday. So that's a nice swing. With Bitcoin going up, hopefully it'll pay off, and I think it will. So still holding Matterport. Might sell Matterport today to get into Camber, gonna be honest. And I think that's it for today. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I hope you have a good day, and peace.